What's going on, you guys? It's Lord again, coming to you from Germany. And today I'm gonna need your help to draw the ultimate drawing of the League of Villains. You may already saw my huge painting of my favorite childhood heroes, but since I actually mostly prefer the villains in a story, I thought it was time to do the same thing with my favorite villains. So I have this sketch right here ready now, but it would be a terrible shame if I start drawing now and then I think of other villains that I missed. And then I have to put them somewhere in there. So why don't you guys help me out right now during the sketch phase, and then maybe I can implement some of the villains I missed. But first let's actually go through all the ones I already included. So in the bottom left corner here, you can't recognize them right now, but those are Kefka from Final Fantasy VI and the Joker, which are two very similar characters in my opinion, so I made them buddies. Right next to them is Scar from the Lion King and Hannibal the Cannibal. He's looking down on Majin Buu from the Dragon Ball Z saga, who is playing with the Chucky doll and the Monokuma plushie from the Danganronpa series. Very cool handheld games. Staying on the bottom in the middle, there's Blackbeard, the ultimate villain from my favorite anime, which is One Piece, and he's doing his black hole technique, and right next to him Venom is coming out of the darkness which he creates. To the right we have Wesker from the Resident Evil series, who is making a deal with the guys in black, Man in Black from Detective Conan. And the last one in the row is my latest edition. It's the Night King from Game of Thrones. Behind the deal there you can see Two-Face from Batman, right next to Yagami Light from Death Note. He actually has the Death Note in his hands. I'm not sure if that's also his English name, McMoneysack from DuckTales. And of course Bowser, one of my favorite pieces in this drawing. And the Riddler is sitting on his shell and is drawing his famous question mark. Right below him sits Vaz from Far Cry 3, which is one of my favorite video game villains of all time. I did my very first and only cosplay of him. Right next to him we have Freddy Krueger, which I love for his humor. And in the background there is the Phantom. That's a character from my childhood. He appeared in some Mickey Mouse comics. I always liked him very much because it was actually very rare that he appeared, so you were always looking forward to it. Then we have Shredder from the Turtles fighting with Deathstroke from the DC universe. And behind them we have Nemesis from the Resident Evil series with a flamethrower, who is attacking Akainu from One Piece, which is probably the most horrible character from the series, which you really hate, and therefore he's one of the most perfect villains in here. Behind him we have also a very late edition. It's the Death Claw from Fallout. And going up from here we have Hades from the Hercules Disney movie, probably my most beloved Disney villain. Above him is Mr. Nobody floating in the air, which is a very cool villain from the Doom Patrol series. Then next to them we have Sauron, of course. I don't like him as a villain per se because there's not much character, but he is very iconic and I love the Lord of the Rings movies, so he has to be in there. And on it we have Poison Ivy, one of the hottest villains out there, and King Piccolo from the original Dragon Ball without the Z is kissing her feet because they are both green, so I thought it would be a good match. Below them we also have Pyramid Head from Silent Hill from this whole series. And yeah, right in the middle my absolute favorite villain of all time, which is GLaDOS from the Portal series. We have Grimjoe from Bleach up there, and the alien climbing from the back, and in the front there's the... I don't know his name. Have you seen Split? With James McAvoy? This genius movie where he plays like 24 different characters because he's schizophrenic. And yeah, his final character is this monster-like creature which is climbing on walls and the ceiling. This was actually an idea from my wife. Yeah, I love that character, so I had to include him and this was the perfect spot to put him, so he's climbing up there. And we have Catwoman on top of GLaDOS' head. a very prominent, fitting place for her. Right next to them we have Magneto from the X-Men series, dragging with his powers Pain from Naruto. They are right above Thanos, who is right before snipping his fingers. And above all of them we have Pennywise from Stephen King's It, and he is holding the girl from, what's it called? The Ring. Next to Thanos we have Negaduck, which is basically Darkwing Duck, only in black and yellow. I always love that color scheme. And above him you can see Sir Crocodile or Mr. Zero, one of my favorite villains from One Piece, once again. And yeah, up in the corner they messed up once again, Team Rocket from the Pokemon anime. So there you have it. I think I didn't miss anything right here to mention. But maybe I missed something altogether. What other villains can you think of that you would definitely include in your painting? Just a little side note, of course I thought about Darth Vader, but I'm not such a big Star Wars fan and I don't like Darth Vader that much. But if you say there's no way you can draw a villain's picture without Darth Vader somewhere in there, I'll think about it. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, next time we're gonna start drawing the first of these characters. Looking forward to it, hope you too. May the Lord, that's me, be with you. See ya!